Good morning. Just getting ready to make my coffee this morning. And so I ate yesterday about 2 o'clock, and we're already 19 hours into the next fast, so to speak. I'll be breaking that probably around noon, but I'm going to try something different with the eggs. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to go ahead and create a meringue with the whites, and then I'm going to fry down some bacon, pretty crisp, and then just salt, pepper, butter, and mix that with the yolk. And then I'm going to fold that back into the whites and see if I can make kind of a fluffy, poofy, eggy thing. I'll give it a shot. Throw some cheese over the top. Yum. So it'll just kind of be in a different form. So if you mix and match and you adapt and do some other things, you can get creative. Again, I've been cooking for a long time, 25 years, maybe a little less. My daughter bought me a book. It was called something about Italian something, and it paired with wines. It was almost like a book magazine, but it showed pictures. And my first recipe, it was a sausage and mushroom soup, and that took me, you know what, I need to make that again, minus the pasta, or I'll make my own pasta. But anyway, it took me I think 3 hours the first time. Did not know the French mise en place, which means everything in its place. So what you do is you cut everything up ahead of time so you have access to it, not while you're frying this and then, I have to cut that. And I was literally following the recipe step by step as I'm cooking. Doesn't work. It's one of the things you learn. All I had was arm roll and a couple other things. We didn't really have YouTube, not to the extent we have it today. Today, my gosh, if you're not an expert in something in a week, you're just not picking the right videos, I guess. And another interesting thing, Dr. Eichberg talks about the poison being in the quantity. So my wife made these delicious lemon bars. And, of course, we cut them in 4. Anno Domini, all right. And then now I have a block of 4, and then I'm going to slice that into 4. And over the next 4 days for dessert, I'm going to eat a piece of these lemon bars. And it comes out maximum 15 carbs, which is fine because I will eat carnivore. So I will be taking in 0 carbs, and then I'm going to eat to make sure I have all my meat and fat first, and then I'll go ahead and nibble on this last little piece. Just make sure I'm completely stuffed, and then just throw that in. And so that'd be 15 carbs, which my body will go blip. If it even catches it, sometimes it'll pass through. There's something to do with the fat and the protein that the absorption of the sugar will be very slow. So it's kind of an interesting idea. And then I found these old mug cakes by Chef John. Love Chef John. Look him up. I'm sure everyone in the world is already subscribed to him who wants to be, but he's awesome. And these mug cakes, so you can make 2 mug cakes, and then you can cut those in half. And then, again, the serving size is rather low carb for a serving size. You don't get much, but they make a lot of these keto treats and stuff with stevia and xylitol. I think I'm saying that right. These sugar alcohols, which don't metabolize, they don't raise insulin. But at the same time, when I tried a mix of xylitol and stevia, and it gave me some stomach upset. So really, my gut doesn't like it. So I'm thinking to myself, well, here we have, we're trying to preach no refined foods, and here we have a refined food. Anytime you use a sweet, it's going to be refined, concentrated, extracted. So I decided, I'd just go back to sugar. But like I said, extremely low quantities. And now, if you have like an addictive personality, and you're one of those, for example, I have had relationships, and I do know alcoholics, and they can't touch drop one of liquor. Punto final. You can't do it. You just can't do it. But for me, I was born with an iron will, and I can absolutely say no to whatever I choose to say no to. So, to that end, I can take a hit of a little sweet here and there. And, I want to be able to inculcate. I'm probably going to gear more. I like carnivore, love it. Absolutely. I just know, I like the fact of knowing that if I needed to eat meat for a full month straight with nothing else, I would be fine. I like the idea of knowing that all the foods I love I can eat, and I won't gain a pound, I won't gain an ounce. Matter of fact, I'll lose weight depending on, if I walk or how long I fast. So that's not a problem. Good, I'm free there. And then this last thing is, drift into maybe a low carb, high fat, which is perfectly wonderful as well. I mean, just heavy meat, heavy fat, and then just kind of chill out on the carbs. So, I mean, I could eat 2, even 4 corn tortillas and still be, I'm just trying to remember the numbers. I think it's either 10 or 20 grams per corn tortilla, but I could eat up to 2 to 4. If I fast, 80 grams of carbs, that's 240 calories. That goes away in 1/10 of a day. So, yeah, the 2 hours that my body needs to deal with it will have used it up. It's gone. So 50 carbs for me goes away in the 2 hours that it would have taken it to actually convert it into a triglyceride and try to find a fat cell somewhere. So that's not a problem. So there we go. The poison is in the concentration. So, I'm at a point now. As a matter of fact, yay me, 9 months on the calendar. Here I am at 195 pounds. I did weigh myself this morning. It's only Tuesday. Normally I try to weigh myself on Fridays, but yeah, it's being a special day. So yeah, I hit my weight, and here I'm going to stick until probably my next fast, my next long fast. It's weird. I go down and I'll stabilize, and then I'll fast, and boom. Then I'll go down and stabilize, and then I'll go down and stabilize. So I keep losing weight by tiers for long periods of fasting, 2 days to 3 days. And it feels great when you're doing it, so it's not a bad deal. All right, guys, we'll chat with you on the next one. Bye.